Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LATE. How are ya? It's a Sunday edition, the 6:30 edition. Big updates about your second stimulus check and second stimulus package as a guy named Toomey dominated coverage last night, replacing Ron Johnson, who's probably happy. Hold my beer. As Toomey is now seen as the negative influence on the second stimulus package, unless you're unhappy with the package, which viewers of this channel were, 90% of them, ready to kill it, and Toomey may be the one who's killing it for you. What is he doing? Who is he doing it with? What are the provisions? And why is this getting so serious by the last minute? And is this ultimately the last day? Is this going to be dead on arrival by the end of today? We thought we were going to see a vote on this by a bill and pass last Thursday. Didn't even happen. We thought we were going to see a bill passed and voted upon yesterday. Didn't even happen. Now, as we start Sunday morning, there's no bill. There's no deal. There's barely even proposals. But the good thing is, well, the bad thing is, you didn't leave me any bacon, did you? This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm not bringing home the bacon. You haven't brought me any bacon. But apparently Congress may have burnt the bacon because their attempts to get a deal are really getting crispy and overcooked at the moment. If you've not subscribed to this channel, thank you for joining me. This is Early Mornings LA. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. And please subscribe because I'm going live, I'm going taped. I'm adding new shows. You'll see another retro, not retroactive, but retro old throwback broadcast brought back to this channel today. I'm bringing those shows between mornings and noon time because people ask for more programming, and those are great shows. They're self-help shows like unemployment, how to do EIDLs, how to do PUAs, how to do UI applications, because viewers always have questions about how to do these things. So I'm bringing back the very informative videos of this channel from early days. So please subscribe. Also like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. In this video, I'll be going over more about what happened yesterday and what will be happening today. You know, these videos last like about 2 hours, then someone just walks and is like, I'm gonna kill the Duma, I'm gonna kill the stimulus deal myself. Okay, I didn't see you coming. Who are you? And that's what's happening with this guy named Toomey. Toomey. Just Toomey. Over there is an instant premiere, and they're probably enjoying that as well. You can chat with your Purple Power buddies if you're tuning in at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's featured every day on LALATE. It's an instant premiere that allows you to chat while watching this video. And with that, there's so much breaking, and let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that Toomey, this is telling people to Toomey, he is that senator that is now replacing Ron Johnson as the most controversial figure of the U.S. Senate. Toomey thought that it'd be cute to insert this little language into the second stimulus package bill that no one has seen for a proposal agreement that they have not reached. And then as soon as they saw this thing sort of getting in there, like, what is this thing? It's horrible. Who wrote this? Toomey did. I wrote it. What is this about, Toomey? What did you do this time? I want to ensure this thing does not happen. Well, that thing was applauded by every Republican involved, including Steve Mnuchin. Said, I love it. Crush the Toomey. And Nancy Pelosi saw it and was like, this is like stale $12 ice cream. What is this horrible thing? And suddenly it became the partisan iron wall. Republicans loved it, said they won't do it without it. And then Nancy and the Democrats said this is horrible, won't live with it. So live with it or do without it. Toomey may have put the second stimulus package deal in a tube because that's where everything's going right now. Called King Tut, you might need some extra room for this second stimulus package. The second stimulus package, in many regards, should have been killed a long time ago, said viewers on Friday and Saturday on this channel, after they heard that there's an attempt to give you a measly $600 stimulus check and not a penny more, not to give you FPUC retroactive, not to give you eviction moratorium unless we shout it large enough, not to give you mortgage forbearance unless we shout it large enough, but that what you may be ending up with is much of nothing. And what is going in here is, again, big business bailout. So the situation changed very quickly on Saturday and expected to change very quickly on Sunday today. Why? Because today is a deadline again. They only got a 2-day extension to do this. And if they don't get it done today, they got to get another extension. Bernie Sanders earlier this week had so much to say about it, and now he's sort of silent. He said, what kind of negotiations is this when you go from $3.4 trillion to $188 billion in new money? That's not negotiations, that's a collapse. Well, it's not $188 billion. Now it's about $900. We cannot go home unless there's a strong unemployment benefits plus $1,200 per adult, $500 per kid for every working person in this country. Where did Bernie go this weekend? I think he went home. Well, needless to say, those exact words, we cannot go home unless there's strong unemployment benefits and a $1,200 stimulus check. Is he standing by those words? $300 a week, FPUC forward and not retroactive, is not strong unemployment benefits. It's how would Chuck Schumer call it? It's anorexic. That's how Chuck Schumer would call them. It's anemic. And then $1,200 per adult and $500 per kid is not sufficient, considering you have not got a stimulus check since March, and they cheat you out of one in April, May. But it's better than nothing to get you from now to January, when Joe Biden's going to give you multiple stimulus checks of values he hasn't told you yet, and has told you everything else but that. But Bernie has not held to these words. Will he hold to these words today or tomorrow? Sanders said the Democrats passed a $3.4 trillion bill, and you have the Republicans in the administration talking $1.8 trillion, and now you're down to about $188 billion in spending in new money. Well, no, it's about $900 now, which does not include one nickel in direct payments for working American families. Totally unacceptable. This has to be rejected. That was before they gave you a measly $600 stimulus check. So apparently he's now happy. Hard to say. We started the weekend thinking that we were going to have a deal. Senator Majority Whip John Thune, Republican out of South Dakota, had said proposals for the stimulus checks were included $600, included $700, and that unemployment FPUC was about $300 from till April, then it was about till March. They took out, of course, it's $325 billion for small business, $257 for PPP, and there's money for airlines and those wonderful things. But Schumer thought there was going to be a deal by about Thursday. Friday, he thought, maybe not. Saturday, he's like, wow, there really is no deal at the moment. So either you give me a deal or just zip it, because I'm just tired of this. I got to go watch Broadway. It's not a done deal yet, but we're very close. This is when it was better. For the Democrats, this has always been about getting the American people the relief they need. We, the Democrats, would have been late, and that was then, but not anymore. Biden has not talked about the situation since Wednesday. The stimulus package is encouraging. Excuse me, Joe? What's encouraging? $600 a week is encouraging? I'm sorry. Let me fan myself. The stimulus package is encouraging. Encouraging. It's encouraging that they learn to type. It's encouraging they're using the typewriters. It's encouraging they're using LED lights instead of halogen. That's what's encouraging. Oh, it's encouraging that they're using Walmart ice cream and not $12 ice cream. I don't know what's encouraging here. It's a bad deal. The $600 stimulus check is not encouraging. The FPUC forward, not retroactive, is not encouraging. The lack of clarity about eviction moratorium is not encouraging. The mortgage forbearance is not encouraging. Joe, can you talk to these people, please? Donald, can you talk to these people? The most important people that could be talking to these people are not talking to these people. Joe also said, it looks very, very, very close. I love when I read the comment live on air when I haven't read it before, and then I just sort of lose it. This is what Joe said on Wednesday. It looks very, very close. And yeah, that's like saying we're close to China. Well, it was not close on Wednesday. It was getting there. Thursday, it was getting better. Friday it looked good, or as Nancy would say, imminent. And then Saturday it looked like it looked like, okay, you're just gone with a win. And then today it's just like, okay, did I really say on Wednesday it was really, really close? But it looks like they're going to be direct payments. Wonderful. There's $120 direct payments. It's going to cover you for the next 20 years. Joe, come on now. Come on, Joe. But it's a down payment. The expression I really despise. The $600 check is a down payment. Yeah, Joe, can you tell us what it's down payment for? Maybe it's a good, and can you put in writing and have it stamped by the U.S. Congress so that we know we're getting something after this? The overriding comment that I'm starting to see from viewers is that they don't trust Congress. I wonder why. And that they don't presume that things are happening in January. It's ironic because it was no less than about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, where most of the comments that were negative were not going to happen. It will happen in January. Those are actually the negative comments. I don't see it happen. I see it happen in January. And I actually sometimes would jump into the negative comments and I'm like, why do you think it's going to happen in January? How are you so certain it's going to happen in January? Now you don't see those comments. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen in January. I'll just wait to January. Now people don't actually say that anymore. Now they say, now they just keep quiet because no one is believing that it's going to be something thereafter. People are just sort of presuming it's just messy every single moment. It's very important to get it done, Joe said on Wednesday. It's a compliment to the bipartisan group. I want to compliment the bipartisan group on working together to get it done. Yeah, they haven't got it done. So they were partisan on Saturday and they basically called each other names. So congratulate them on that, Joe. Then there's the sideline characters, the cast of characters, the supporting characters, not Alexis Carrington and J.R. Ewing or Sue Ellen. It's like, it's, the supporting characters, like Bobby Ewing. It's like, okay, the supporting character is Elizabeth Warren in this discussion. So it comes and goes. It's like, America needs more relief and help, and that's where I'm going to keep on pushing. They need more help, and this is not enough. When they're not there. My job is keep pushing for more. Have you seen Elizabeth push? How hard does she push? Does she push like... How hard does Elizabeth push? Pushing. I'm pushing. Elizabeth is pushing. Elizabeth got to push harder. Work on those arms, Elizabeth. How hard is Elizabeth? Was Elizabeth around this weekend? Has anyone seen Elizabeth? Elizabeth, are you here? Elizabeth says she's going to push harder. What is she pushing hard about? I gotta love politicians with their words. And then there's Thum. Some of these folks who typically in minor circumstances like to make this slow things down, I don't think they're inclined to do that this time. That was Thum on Wednesday. I would check in on Thum and see what he thinks about it now. There's nothing more wonderful than keeping elected officials' comments from 2 days earlier and just, going back and see how it's sort of different. Toomey had said yesterday he has everyone's support to do what he's doing, and Toomey is doing a thing that's basically putting the stimulus check in the tomb. I have the support of Mitch McConnell, and it's overwhelming support in the Republican conference. A little proud, isn't he? Yeah, I have everyone's support on my side. Well, the Democrats came out and said the same thing. We have all the support on our side. Then there was Nancy Pelosi. I think she runs out of these expressions: imminent, around the corner, close, just about to happen, just right there, nearly at the edge, on the brink. Well, she had another one. We're right within reach. I would use one of Mitch's lobster claws to do that visual, right within reach. Thank you, Nancy. I think she last said we were right within reach when she told the airlines that back in August. Yeah, how much money did the airlines get when they were within reach? I'm hoping we can announce a deal soon, says Thum. It can be written and voted on, best case scenario, within sometime tomorrow, but most likely probably Monday. I hope it's soon, maybe tomorrow, but maybe Monday, but, maybe, it's just, I just love these people. Pelosi was not happy with too. It's a way to say, Joe Biden, we're tying up our hands no matter what comes down the pike. Republicans need to make a decision. This is one of the few times I'm really loving Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer sounds like the grouchy person who's ready for the dinner, and he's like, "Stop it! I want to eat." It's like, enough already. Republicans need to make a decision. We're quickly approaching an all or nothing situation. Everyone needs to make up a decision about whether we're going to pass this much needed relief or not. It's about the 11th hour, and we're not worth holding up the entire bill for this. So he's basically saying, zip it or zip it. So they may zip it and put it back in the freezer or in the tomb, because that appears to be where it's going. And then Mitch McConnell with his illustrious words. There's kind of a gravitational pull here in Congress. Unless we're very careful, any major negotiation can slide in the unending catalog of disagreements. Boy, Lord, did he write that? Did he say that? He's just, boy. Does he, what type of children's stories does he write? And so that's where you go. No deal. That was long way saying no deal. Will there be a deal? Give it a few hours. We'll see if Tomb's still in the tombie. I'll see you in Morning to LALATE. That'll be our next live broadcast, potentially. And as always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay in LA for more.